So, let's talk politics. Right, politics. Yeah, I was thinking, right? If I'm only pretending to smoke because I feel like I have to, because the avatar is smoking. Anyway, right, politics, right? So I was thinking, if the left and the right can't agree, then why don't we just go forward? You know, like I'm just saying, like if we go forward, then there won't be a left and a right because no one gets left behind and we're all right in the end. So I think we should just forget about the left and forget about the right and just become a communist society because that's the way forward. Because if we just, become an anarchist, anarchist communist, then like surely they would fix the problems that you are faced with. Yes, I think it would solve everything because forward is the way forward, and I will solve problems that we are faced with as a society. I fucking hate politics, Like, I don't know. It's just so tiring. Like, it's not that I don't care. It's more like I care too much, I guess. I mean, like, I don't know. It's always the same. It's always just, oh, some dude is in power. Cool. He's gonna change things, right? Except, not really. Nothing changes. It's still the same. Everything's still the same. Like, it doesn't really matter. Especially in America. I don't really get it. Like, people make a huge deal over who's president, and then fuck all happens. And then they vote again and make a big deal over it, and then fuck all happens. And then they get mad, so they vote someone else, and then fuck all happens. And then they get mad at each other, and then they use the same system to try and solve things, and then fuck all happens. And it's just so tiring and exhausting to go through every election again, to again have to do that whole spiel again, and then be like, you're essentially being guilted into voting. Even I am, as a European, I see it everywhere. Like, don't forget to vote. Like, what? How? Excuse me. How do you expect me to vote? I'm not even American. Oh, what? And then there's people who are like, oh, if you don't vote, you don't get to complain. No, why? How does that make sense? That's unfair. Just if you don't vote, you're clearly very tired of the way the system runs. Sounds like pretty worthy to listen to, like the worthwhile complaints to listen to. Because if someone's so upset with the way the system runs that they don't want to vote, then surely they have valid complaints, otherwise they wouldn't decide not to vote, right? Doesn't that make sense? Why are we guilting people into doing stuff? Has that ever worked? I mean, I guess it kind of works in the short term, but it's not a good culture to have. Like, oh, you have to have a responsibility to do this, and you must do the thing, otherwise it's bad. Why? Like, it's the same way with following the news. Do I really have to? Like, what can I do? Oh no, a terrorist attack. That sucks. I'm poor though, so good luck, victims. I'll pray for you. Oh God, hello, Mr. Jesus. How about you send some monetary aid to these people who are hurt and dying? Thanks, Mr. Jesus. Appreciate it. I'm sure I helped. I did my part. Yep. thoughts and prayers. They make the world go round. I don't know. I'm kinda tired of everything about this. Cause the first few times I cared a lot. I'm not sure how big this is internationally, but I was in France when there was this plane that got shot down from the sky in Russian air or Turkish air or something. Anyway, and there were a bunch of Dutch people in there, so it was a big deal here. I'm pretty sure it was huge internationally because it was just weird. Everything about it was weird. Russia wasn't cooperating and stuff. I might be remembering it wrong because I'm just setting up the premise here. And I was in France when that became like big in the news, when it became huge news. And I remember when I heard about it, I just imagined all the families of the people who died, and I cried. I got really, really sad. Cause like, that fucking sucks. Holy shit. That's terrible. Having to deal with that? Jesus Christ. I couldn't deal with that. Having a family member fucking shut down from the sky, and then there's a whole weird thing of people not cooperating with the investigation and not knowing for certain what happened. And that's weird and fucking awful and terrible. And the people there did nothing wrong. They didn't deserve to die. But they're dead now. Which is terrible. And I don't know what I can do about it. And I don't know why I was informed of this. Like, sure, yes, it's good to inform the mass about stuff like this so that something can happen. But did anything happen? Did anything good come from informing everyone about what happened? Like I'm not trying to argue that you shouldn't watch the news, but or that these things shouldn't be publicized. Like they should. Obviously, they should. Otherwise, we would never find out what happened to the victims and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is it my duty to know? My duty? And like, me specifically? What am I gonna do? I'm a fucking NEET. I live with my parents, like with my mom, and I'm in my attic room, or right now I'm in my attic room. I'm moving soon, baby. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, but like, I don't have any influence. Why am I responsible for keeping up with international news? Like, I get that, like, tension between countries can lead to conflict, and that can impact me, and that's probably good to be aware of. But on the other hand, do I really need to be informed about every single, like, school shooting in America? Do I really need to know about every single terrorist attack in like some far off country? I understand that it's terrible for these people to go through that, and I get that there should be something should be done about that, but by me? Me? What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna fly over and fight ISIS myself? Daesh, by the way. ISIS is... Are they even a thing anymore? I don't know. I hope not. But like, stuff like that, right? Am I gonna fight the terrorists myself? What's the purpose here? Why do I have to know these things? Like, I don't see the reason to have to keep up with this. I'm sacrificing my mental health for this. Each time I hear about another school shooting or any shooting, really, any terrorist attack, anytime I hear about that, I just think about the victims and how fucking scary that must have been. Like, you can't wrap your head around how fucking terrifying it is to have someone with a gun that's shooting people, and you just have to somehow survive that. Like, that's traumatizing. That's terrible. And I am very empathetic, and I just imagine myself there, and that freaks me out. Like, and one time, I like saw a little bit of the footage of what happened in these kind of things, and I can only bear to watch that when I'm severely dissociated. Then, like, I'm numb, and then I can bear to watch. Then I'm fine. But, like, fuck, man. It's terrible. And there's nothing I can do. I feel helpless. Is that what the media is supposed to do? Is it supposed to just make me feel like shit? Is that the entire point of it? That sucks. What am I gonna do? Like, I guess if I lived in America, I could vote? But then I couldn't, because there's only two big parties, and, like, I don't really have much choice. I can't be like, oh, I will vote whoever. Like, I can't just, how do I put this? I can't just, pick and choose for policies. I have to pick, like, if I lived in America, you'd have to pick the entire package. There's two big, it's like two big companies having a monopoly on voting or politics, and there's only two, and, like, I don't know, the fuck do I do? What if I agree with, like, two policies of one and then three of the other? Who do I vote for? The one that's got three? What if the one with two is the one that's gonna do something about the shootings? Do I weigh the lives of people against other policies? That seems shitty. What if both have policies that can, like, affect people's lives, like as in actually their lives, like whether they get to survive or not? Do I just weigh people's lives against each other and pick, like, yes, these lives are more important than these, so I'm gonna vote the one that's gonna save them? What? No, that's terrible. Don't make me decide that. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Like, what do I do then? Like, I wouldn't want to vote in that kind of system. Like, I guess I would, because there's just certain issues that are so important that I can't really afford not to. And there's no harm in voting when I could, I don't know. There's not really any pros that come to not voting. I could always vote blank, I guess, if I really want to send a message. But even then, I don't really blame anyone who doesn't vote. Because the system is fucking terrible. You can't really, like, it blows my mind how in America, the country of capitalism, they somehow have this weird system that's uncapitalist, really, because there's only two big companies with a monopoly. There's the red company and the blue company, and that's all that you get to pick from. That's dystopian. I don't know. That just sounds shitty as fuck. If you live in America, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry you have to live there. Holy fuck, that's terrible. Alright. That's about all I had to say. I'm not gonna drag this one out. So, I don't know. I hope you get to move from America, because that's a shithole. Goodbye.